Only crazy Disney Pixar fans would have noticed this turning red reference in Inside Out 2. Recognize this word from anywhere?
Wait, what was that?
Yes, it's the same word Mei Mei uses as a red panda when she sees Devin and melts for him. I guess Riley is also a die-hard 4-townie.
Yeah, sounds good.
Have you ever wondered if Bing Bong from Inside Out is more than just Riley's imaginary friend? Well, there's a juicy Pixar theory that suggests Bing Bong might actually be connected to the monsters from Monsters, Inc. Here's the scoop. Even though Pixar movies usually tell standalone stories, they're packed with fun references to each other, fueling the idea that they all exist in the same universe. This brings us to Bing Bong. In Inside Out, he's Riley's goofy imaginary friend, a mix of cotton candy, cat, elephant, and dolphin. But what if Riley didn't just dream him up? The theory goes like this. Bing Bong could be based on a real monster from Monsters, Inc. Remember how the monsters switched from scaring kids to making them laugh? Non-scary monsters like Mike Wazowski started visiting kids at night to collect laughter. What if Bing Bong was one of these joy-bringing monsters who visited Riley? She might have turned him into an imaginary friend to keep their adventures going. It's a heartwarming idea and adds a layer of connection between the two movies, especially since Pete Docter directed both. Pixar hasn't confirmed this theory yet, but who knows? What do you think?
I shall set you all free! We're doomed.
Ever wondered if two emotions from Inside Out could date?
Ew!
It sounds odd since each emotion is supposed to stick to their own feelings, like how could anger fall in love? But Pixar dropped a clip recently showing Joy experiencing emotions that are totally opposite of joy. Check it out.
Delusional? Of course I'm delusional! Do you know how hard it is to stay positive all the time when all you folks do is complain? Jiminy, mother, loving toaster strudel!
From that clip, it's clear that emotions can show other emotions, so it's possible one emotion could fall for another, and it could be mutual. But could we actually see a couple in Inside Out 2? Well, Pixar released a 1-hour video of sadness and embarrassment dancing in a club. Yeah, it's a full hour. Makes you wonder if they might be a couple in the sequel. Is this video a hint?
Oh yeah, not happening.
That's just a theory though. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you could pair any two emotions, who would you pick? Let us know below.
I don't like this.
Have you caught this cool detail in Inside Out 2? So Riley is super into this girl group, right? If you notice, they all have these trendy red highlights in their hair. Riley is even shown to be totally obsessed with Val's hair. And to fit in with the group, she ends up dyeing a chunk of her own hair red. A classic move? But here's something even more interesting. One of the group members is Muslim and wears a headscarf. They don't actually show if her hair is dyed underneath, but to keep up with the group's look, she rocked a red cloth under her headscarf. It's a neat way to show that she's still part of the gang's vibe while respecting her own culture. Pretty awesome attention to detail, right? Did you guys spot this too?
You want me to crawl through a tube? And this? Yeah, not happening.
Why are anxiety's eyes different unlike every other emotion? Check out this crazy scientifically backed theory. So if you look at the other emotions, their eye color always matches their main color. Sadness has blue eyes because she's blue. Fear has purple eyes because he's purple. Anger's got red eyes. Joy's got blue eyes to match her hair. And disgust has green eyes to match her green body. Simple, right? But here's the twist. Anxiety's main color is orange, yet her eyes are green. Weird, huh? Turns out there's some legit science behind this. Research shows that one of the main factors contributing to anxiety is actually the emotion disgust. So it makes total sense why anxiety's eyes are green. She's got a bit of disgust in her.
Yeah, sounds good.
Since disgust is closely linked to anxiety disorders. I never noticed this detail before, but wow, Disney really nails it with these little touches. Makes you appreciate their attention to detail even more. What do you guys think?
Let the professional handle this.
The Pixar theory, popularized by John Negroni and the Super Carlin brothers, suggests all Pixar films are interconnected. For example, Riley's imaginary friend Bing Bong could be a monster from Monsters, Inc., and the witch from Brave might be Boo all grown up, linking back to Turning Red. Mind-blowing, right? This film dropped some subtle hints at the shared universe, like a rat that looked like Remy from Ratatouille and a memory of Carl and Ellie's wedding from Up. Pixar's shared universe is now confirmed even more. Here's the big scoop. The new Inside Out 2 trailer hints that all Pixar movies exist in the same universe. How, you ask? There's an Easter egg featuring a poster of the band 4-Town from Turning Red in Riley's room. This tiny detail connects Inside Out and Turning Red, confirming the long-suspected Pixar shared universe theory.
Yeah, sounds good.
There's this dark theory by people who have been through depression about Inside Out 2 that might just blow your mind. Theorists think the sequel is going to tackle some heavy stuff like severe depression and maybe even touch on self-unaliving thoughts. Yep, that's right. There are some major clues. First off, during that sarcasm scene, sadness is MIA. Also, Riley feels like she's not good enough. So here's the theory. Anxiety kidnaps sadness, thinking it's for Riley's own good, and kicks the other emotions out of headquarters. For those who've been through deep depression, you'll know it's like a messy cocktail of anxiety and sadness, with some other nasty feelings thrown in, like boredom with life, embarrassment, and envy. The movie's climax might be all about the other emotions realizing Riley might hurt herself and racing to get back to headquarters in time. The original emotions are literally bottled up, which is so on point for how the D word feels. The aspect ratio for the sequel is also changing to 2.35 to 1 for that cinematic vibe. Why? Probably because the movie's diving into some seriously deep and emotional territory, making it more of an experience than just another kids flick. Now, I know what you're thinking, self-harm thoughts in a kids movie? It's definitely a stretch for me too. So, what do you think? Could it really go this deep? Did you notice Anxiety saying this in the newest clip?
I am just such a huge fan of yours, and now here I am meeting you face to face. Okay, how can I help?
So I guess that means Anxiety existed in a hidden corner of Riley's head from the very beginning. I think that goes true with the other new emotions as well. That's when I really noticed the console in the previous movies and noticed there were a few orange buttons. Although now major repairs have been made and the console is mostly orange. This signifies how Anxiety is going to take over every other emotion and hold the control to every situation in Riley's life, and possibly being a villain to this one. Yep, it doesn't look very good for Riley's future in this movie. She's for sure going to be a mess with Miss Anxiety in control.
You just aren't what she needs anymore.
How dare you, madam!
So I was flipping through a book and stumbled on some cool research by a facial expression psychologist named Paul Ekman. He talks about 6 universal emotions: fear, anger, joy, sadness, disgust, and surprise. This totally reminded me of Inside Out. 5 of these 6 emotions are the exact main characters in the movie, except for surprise. I originally thought the sequel might focus on that missing emotion, but according to the trailers, we're getting anxiety, envy, boredom, embarrassment, sarcasm, and nostalgia instead. Now, I wonder if they might still sneak surprise in somehow, maybe as a subplot or a theme. Like, think about it. What often causes anxiety? Surprises in life. Just when you think growing up will be smooth, bam, puberty hits. So maybe it's too broad to be a direct reference, but it's fun to think about. What do you guys reckon? Do you think Inside Out was inspired by these universal emotions, or is it just a coincidence? Let me know in the comments.
Again, love the energy, but you're being silly. None of this will actually happen.
Right, whatever you say, you're the boss.
You gotta check out these cool facts about Anxiety from Inside Out too. Unlike the other new emotions, Anxiety stands out because her name is the only one that doesn't start with an E. And get this, when she casually mentioned we while meeting the original emotions, it suggests that she and maybe the other new emotions already existed within Riley's mind since the first movie. Oh, and one more thing, Anxiety taking control of headquarters and pushing down the old emotions is kinda like what Joy did in the first movie when she tried to suppress and control sadness into a closed boundary.
Oh my gosh, Mom, just go away!
Warning, contains spoilers for Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 will be blending different animation styles not seen in the original movie, mixing traditional Pixar with new approaches. Just like in Across the Spider-Verse, 35 minutes of an unseen footage released by CinemaCon confirmed that Anxiety and the gang are not necessarily the most groundbreaking addition to the movie's lineup. Apparently, there will be a Final Fantasy-esque video game character that Riley used to have a crush on, a deep, dark secret that remains mysterious, a mysterious cloaked being, as well as a dog from a preschool show, which is Bluefy, spoofing Blue's Clues. Now about the video game character. My guess is on Sora from Kingdom Hearts 4, or it could also be Lance. So are we really getting a Sora KH4 cameo in Inside Out 2? This could very much be possible, as there have been cases of KH being canon to Disney movies like Big Hero 6. So this also kinda confirms Inside Out world for Kingdom Hearts. So any guesses on the mysterious cloaked being? Comment below.
Yeah!